Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am not here with Geeky Sparkles. She will be back later today. She's doing some Christmas stuff. We're going to talk about Ghostbusters 2016 and how the director of that movie, Paul Feig, is very, very salty that Ghostbusters 2016 was not included in the announcement for a complete set of Ghostbusters movies. The Ultimate Collection gift set has every Ghostbusters movie but 2016. They've been ignored once again. This isn't the first time. We did a video a couple of days ago talking about this set and how it set off Twitter. And we also talked about how a couple of years ago, Sony put a tweet out from the official Ghostbusters account talking about the Ghostbusters family, wishing everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and what was not included was Ghostbusters 2016. They even included both cartoon series, Extreme Ghostbusters and the Real Ghostbusters, but not 2016. So it seems like Sony is scraping Ghostbusters 2016 off the bottom of its boot and moving on to continue telling stories in the original Ghostbusters universe, most likely with Jason Reitman overseeing that, because he did just sign a producing deal with Sony right after the success of Afterlife. Afterlife did do very, very well, especially considering its budget. If you go back, Dan Aykroyd said what kind of killed 2016, beyond the fact that the movie just wasn't very good and that Paul Feig wouldn't listen to notes that the studio had passed along to him, is that it cost way too much money. It was a very expensive flop. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to talk about the salt of Paul Feig. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Almost 248,000 subs. We were hoping to get to 250 by Christmas or New Year's. If you could hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. And this is a follow-up to a video we did a couple of days ago talking about how it was announced that there is a Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection coming out. It's going to come in a nice keepsake containment unit box, a trap box, very nice, lots of bonus features, all of the Ghostbusters movies that matter, and 2016 is not part of that set. Twitter is very, very salty about that, and so is Paul Feig. So this was in The Hollywood Reporter. Geeky kicked this over to me this morning. Last night, he was on Twitter complaining that Ghostbusters 2016 was not in this set. Paul Feig calls out Sony for not including 2016 Ghostbusters film and franchise box set. The studio is releasing a Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection gift set timed to Jason Reitman's recent film sequel. But to be fair, why would they put 2016 in the box set when this box set seems to be celebrating the original Ghostbusters universe, the original Ghostbusters timeline? I could see later down the road, maybe they would do a set of like all the Ghostbusters movies. But if you look at DVD box sets, for the most part, they usually have that particular iteration of a character or franchise in a box set. Look at the Dark Knight trilogy. They usually don't. I could be mistaken. But usually they don't take like the Dark Knight trilogy and bundle it with the Tim Burton movies or the Joel Schumacher movies. It's kind of its own thing, right? And 2016 is definitely a one-off. Maybe it's a bonus feature. Maybe it's an Easter egg. Paul Feig wants to know who he needs to call after his 2016 Ghostbusters film was not included in a new box set celebrating the Sony franchise. In honor of the planned February 1st home release of Ghostbusters Afterlife, the studio is releasing an 8-disc Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection to Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD on the same day. Included in the gift set are Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, along with Ghostbusters Afterlife, which was a direct sequel to the initial classic. Notably absent is the Feig-directed film that starred Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, and Chris Hemsworth. After the omission garnered attention on social media, Feig took to Twitter to share his thoughts, which included him noting that original film stars Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson appeared in the 2016 movie. I think pretty much everybody did. I think Annie Potts was in it. I've only seen it once. I think Annie Potts was in it, and I think Sigourney Weaver was in it. She was in it, I remember, an after credits scene. Sony Pictures, well, here, let's go to the original tweet. Sony Pictures. I know this must be a mistake. We do have a lot of fans, and Bill, Dan, and Ernie were in it, and it won the Kids' Choice Award for Best Feature Film the year it came out. So I guess this was just an oversight. Hashtag, we are all Ghostbusters. No, Paul, you've been ignored. This is dead in the water. You've been completely ignored. Now we know what Sony actually thinks. I mean, if there were any questions as to what Sony actually thought about Ghostbusters 2016. Again, going back to the official Ghostbusters account in 2019, every other incarnation of the Ghostbusters included, except for Ghostbusters 2016, including the cartoon shows which took place in a different continuity than the movies. Just saying, they knew exactly what they were doing, Mr. Fig. He had the hashtag, we're all Ghostbusters. Sony did not immediately respond to a request for comment. No, Sony likes money. At least the motion picture side of Sony likes money. I don't know what the hell they're doing on the video game side, but in the movies, we're getting a fan-pleasing Spider-Man movie. We're getting a fan-pleasing Ghostbusters movie. I think they've finally figured out what they need to do to make money. The 2016 Ghostbusters film, which holds a 74% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, was the target of misogynistic trolling on social media at the time. No, people didn't like the idea of a complete reboot of Ghostbusters. I mean, the fact that they put all women in it would have been fine had they not used it as a selling point. Like, look, finally the ladies are busting ghosts too. And, people were sold a shoddy bill of goods. I mean, they kind of played it up like it was a sequel. And then when it came out, it wasn't a sequel. It was a complete reboot, and it was more or less a parody of Ghostbusters. It was a parody of Ghostbusters. People were like, you cannot reboot Ghostbusters, and certainly not like this. It had nothing to do with it being all women until they made it an issue. That was part of the marketing. Go see Ghostbusters because the men hate it. I'm like, well, there goes half your audience, right? Or more than half your audience. The studio hoped the comedy would launch a Ghostbusters film universe. Nope. But this never came to life after the project lost money. In 2017, Dan Aykroyd discussed the film on British talk show Sunday Brunch, saying that Feig will not be back on the Sony lot anytime soon. According to the actor, Feig spent much too much money on it. He didn't shoot scenes that we suggested to him. Aykroyd later clarified his comments by posting to Facebook that he enjoyed the 2016 film, but wished Feig had been more inclusive to the originators. Ouch. I remember Dan Aykroyd, though, shilling for 2016. Now, he probably gets a cut because, he's the co-creator of the Ghostbusters franchise. I don't know what his contract's like, but he was shilling 2016 pretty hard until it bombed. And then he was like, nah, it was dog shit. It was dog shit. He was out there and Bill Murray was out there and they were, trying to pimp this thing. Or maybe they were told, hey, this one does good. We'll do one with you guys in it front and center again, or taking place in the original universe. I don't know. But it was a huge catastrophe. Sounds like there was some behind the scenes drama, and Sony is just wiping it off the bottom of its boot. For sure. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.